All right, so before any grooming session takes place, you always want to start with step number one. That is, go for a walk. Pet it, let's go. All right, Panda, good job. Well, now that we got that out of the way, we're gonna make it inside the house. All right, how'd you like that walk, Panda? Okay, now we're all prepped and ready to go. For this video, our purpose is a midterm groom. So we do our own grooming and cutting of Panda's hair. However, we're like right in between the time frame. And so we might have another 2 months, 3 months to go before we actually do need to give him a full groom and haircut. And so for today, what we're going to do is show you some of the things that we do in between to get him by until his next grooming session. Let's start off by taking a look at some of the combs that we use for Panda. You can see that we have this small brush here, and this is actually used on a daily basis. When we're brushing Panda, we'll use the small one just to kind of get all the little knots or little mats out. Make sure that his hair is nice and combed and fluffy, and we'll do this on a daily basis. Then we also have your typical comb. This might be something that we'll use when on the fly. Like if we're in a rush or we go somewhere, we bring this comb just to make sure that we get a good comb on him, but we're not really expecting too much from it. And then this third one, you might see this with some grooming tools that you might purchase, and it's a lot stronger. This one we'll use typically if there's knots or mats that are starting to create that we want to get out. It's a little bit stronger and more durable. So that brings us to these two tools that we use for grooming. They're sort of like dematting tools. I think this one's similar to that Furminator that you might see online. And this one also, it's actually really good at helping with tangles and mats, which you'll definitely need if you have a Doodle. You can see I'm going very slow and gentle on this, but making sure I comb through the hair. And this is just to really make sure that he doesn't develop mats. Oh, see right there, we're able to kind of find some areas here. All right, you can see we got a little bit here as well. So this brings us to our grooming of his paws or his feet. We have this pair of scissors that's actually very, very sharp. However, we also have a scissors that is more dull. And so we'll kind of go back and forth depending on what we're doing. When I'm trimming his feet, I usually like to have him up so I can get a better angle and see a little bit better. Panda, can you go up? Up, Panda, good boy. Up, 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 good boy, good boy. Okay, just stay there for a moment, Panda. All right, so I'm just gonna sort of comb this out a little bit. It's a little awkward for him doing his toes. I'm gonna get it combed out a little bit here. All right, good job, good job. And then I'm going to slowly, nope, Panda, good job. I'm gonna just slowly cut around the edges to help create like that circle shape. And I'm making sure that, you know, his feet are not affected. We're kind of doing the bottom here, sort of shaping it. Giving it that round appearance. And remember, I have a lot of room under here. I almost have a good 1/2 inch of clearance before I'm getting close to getting to his actual body. Okay. All right. Now, so I've sort of did around the edges to give it that round look that I like. And then what I'm gonna do, because he does have a lot of fur still on his foot, is I'm going to trim it as you would see barbers trim at a barber shop. And so I'm gonna pull it up right here and I'm gonna slowly trim that off. And the goal is to get everything about the same length. All right, Panda, so how you doing so far? You got some really nice, cute front feet there. Your back feet still need a little bit more work, but we're gonna get there. At first glance, you might not notice I did a whole lot, but if you take a look at his back feet, now you can see the difference. And so, trimmed up those front 2 feet, and the back are still very shaggy. So these are his back feet that I have not touched yet. And then again, here's his front feet. As you can see, Panda is actually being a great sport right now. Why is that? Well, it's because we actually took him on a nice walk or slash jog. And so he's very comfortable and just chilling right now. It's also kind of late in the nighttime. And so he's very relaxed. So that brings us to actually shaving his belly area. The reason why we do this in between our haircuts is one, because he'll actually often just lay on the grass. There might get some dirt, some other things on here, but then also you never know when a flea might jump on him, and we can identify when this is nice and cleaned and clear that that there's a flea, and we can take action with that before that blows up into something crazy with fleas. He also finds this to be very soothing, believe it or not. It's almost like a massage. And so what I'll do is just kind of go across the tummy area. I'll go in multiple directions. I know they say to go against the grain, but sometimes you want to go in other directions just to make sure you're catching everything. All right, good boy. All right, so as you can see, I've pretty much wrapped up a nice clean shave. Didn't go too deep. We definitely still have some hair here, but it's definitely much shorter and cleaner. The bottom of the feet, I try to make it very basic. I don't go in between his paws. I just sort of stay on the outside. That way it doesn't hurt him. And I'm just going around the outsides and whatever might be on the exterior. This doesn't hurt at all. See, I could just totally like put it on my hand. But it definitely tickles. Definitely tickles a little bit. So I'll just kind of go across. You can see that some dirt gets inside. That's what that is. Kind of the darker brown. All right, so you can see I've pretty much wrapped up on that paw. And if you compare it to his other paw, you can see there's a lot of hair coming out. And then you can see how it's nicely trimmed up.